Nothing exciting ever happened in the long meadow. Jasper McGinty's cows lay down on the grass and looked at each other. They were fed up. The same things happened every day. They were tired of watching the rabbits hopping around the field. They were tired of listening to the grass grow. They were so fed up. They didn't even bother swishing their tails anymore. And they hadn't done a nice, loud moo for months. Jasper McGinty looked into the field. "Come on now, girls," he said to the cows. "All together now, one nice big happy moo for Farmer McGinty." A couple of cows yawned. 3 of them blinked slowly and then closed their eyes. None of them even whispered a moo. Jasper telephoned Vinnie McVictor, the vet. "There's something wrong with my cows," he said. "They just lie in the field all day yawning and staring into space. Will you give me some tablets for them?" Vinnie the vet hopped onto his bike and 20 minutes later he and Jasper were leaning against the gate and looking into the field. "What you've got here are 30 very bored cattle," said the vet. "I think they need a good holiday. Why don't you buy them all nice spotty bikinis and send them off to the south of France for 2 weeks or so?" "None of my cows knows how to moo in French," said Jasper. "And they don't like staying in hotels because they're afraid of getting stuck in the lift." "Well then, why don't you teach them something new?" suggested Vinnie. "How about ballet dancing classes?" Jasper McGinty nodded. Ballet lessons for his cows seemed like a very good idea. It might take their minds off their problems. Next morning, when the cows woke up, they got the surprise of their lives. A man in purple tights was standing beside a piano in the middle of their field. "Good morning, girls," he said. "My name is Ivan Biddycup and I'm your new ballet teacher." And then he shouted up into the branches of a tall chestnut tree, "You can come down now, Miss Mogarty. I need you to play the piano." The leaves of the tree rustled and Miss Mogarty peeped out. "Coo-ee!" she shouted. "Here I come!" And she whizzed down a rope and landed on the grass beside the piano. Ivan Biddycup clapped his hands. "Pay attention now, girls," he shouted. "I want you to watch me very closely." And he stood on his tippy toes and pirouetted around the field while Miss Mogarty plinked and plonked on the piano. The cows watched in amazement. Nobody had ever pranced around the long meadow wearing a pair of purple tights before. "1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3," chanted Miss Mogarty as she played the piano faster and faster. Ivan Biddycup twirled and twisted, and several times he sprang up into the air, while Miss Mogarty shouted, "Alley-oop!" The cows were wide-eyed. This was much better than watching rabbits hopping and listening to the grass grow. "Now it's your turn," said Ivan Biddycup. "Nice and slow at first, and I don't want to see any of you jumping up into the air until Miss Mogarty shouts, 'Alley-oop!'" One by one they began to prance around the field. They had never tried ballet before, and at first they were very clumsy and very clumpy. Ivan Biddycup shouted kind things to them. "That's wonderful, girls. Now try a little spin. Very good. Now try a hop and a skip, and don't jump until you hear alley-oop." Some of the cows began to swish their tails, and one of them did a spin and a twirl, followed by a very sudden musical moo. Ivan Biddycup was delighted. "What a magnificent moo that was," he shouted. "If you keep that up, I'll be doing singing lessons with you tomorrow." Rabbits peeped out from underneath the hedge. They twitched their tails with excitement as the music got faster and faster. The cows whirled and twirled and hopped and skipped, until very suddenly Miss Mogarty shouted, "Alley-oop, girls!" Every single cow in the field sprang up into the air and released an echoing musical moo. "Bravo, girls, bravo!" cheered Ivan Biddycup. "I knew you had it in you." "Congratulations, girls," cheered Jasper McGinty, and he waltzed around the field with Miss Mogarty, while Ivan Biddycup plinked and plonked on the piano. The cows danced and the cows pranced until the sun sank behind Hopsadiddle Hill. Then they all sat down for a rest. Jasper McGinty turned to the ballet teacher. "How can I ever thank you?" he asked. "I would love you to name your butter after me," said Ivan. "What do you think, girls?" Jasper asked his cows, and they all nodded their heads. And from that day on, he sold only best Biddycup butter from ballet dancing cows.